Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our Road to Glory, episode 14 today, which means this series has been going on for I think 2 weeks now, which is really good, and we have made quite a lot of progress in these 14 episodes, and I'm expecting to hopefully do something in this series that makes it, like, boosts it so much that we can then buy like good players or basically spend coins freely. But to get that, you basically have to pack someone good or do something, which is trading. And I'm not amazing at trading, I'm alright, but I found it easier at the start of FIFA, and obviously now that we've kind of like almost around halfway through now, trading is a bit difficult. But I kind of want to enter the draft again. I don't know whether to do it offline or online, but apparently if you do quit in the fight, like lose on purpose in the final of the offline draft, you get better rewards than you do for winning. So I don't know if we should try that out, or if we should just enter the online draft and try and win it again, because the second time round, as you saw, we didn't do very well. We went out in the first round, and that's kind of what we don't want. But anyway, today's episode, we are going into divisions once again, and as you saw that I did upgrade Stones to Kurt Zuma. I did buy his 77 at first, and then I saw his 79 for sale for the same price. I did try and pick it up because it was 850 coins, and then someone obviously bought it super quickly, so I didn't get to get it. But I did manage to pick him up for I think about 1,000 coins, and sell on the one we did just buy for 1,000 coins. So I think we would have lost about 5% in taxes, but that's really nothing out of 1,000 coins. So we kind of got like the better card for the same price. So we've upgraded our team a little bit, and our first game, it's a full PSG side apart from Mandanda in goal and 88 Karim Benzema at fit striker. He did have Lavezzi and Lucas in centre mid instead of like in a wingers formation, but he did have inform Kazawa, inform Aurier, inform Steve Mandanda, and inform, I think second inform Benzema. And I've just left this highlight in here because that shot there was ridiculous, and as you see, it's quite a few minutes, well, it's not that long into the game, but I kind of tested that out, and it almost worked. The curve on the shot, you do get to see it, like I got to see it. I don't think it's in the editing, but when you're loading up for the end game stats, I got to see the shot from Perez in the loading screen, and it curved so much. Like, he took the shot on the volley, and it literally, you saw it hit the post there, but in the replay from behind him, it literally curves around the defenders and curves back in onto the post. I don't know how I managed to do it so well, but I did try it a few times this game. Once it did work, like you saw. Unluckily it didn't go in, and then I did try it, and then it like went sky high, and then I did try it a couple more times, and it went on. It went near the goal, but you did see my opponent take the game to 1-0, and it was a really scrappy goal because he took the shot and it was a rebound, and then he headed it, and my keeper didn't do anything. But then not too long later, we do get a penalty to even things up, and it basically was a very dominant match from us. And as you see here, we are like in possession, we are getting more chances. And when I first saw this my opponent's team when we were loading in, I was quite worried of that Benzema card, but he didn't really do much for him apart from that goal. And the goals just literally, the bloody, the floodgates just opened after we score this lovely worked goal here. Lovely, like 1-2 between the two attackers, and then through the middle to Rodrigo, who did manage to carry on his run, making it 2-1 for us. And basically from here on, we destroyed this guy, and it was really easy to just pass it about and keep possession and get the attacks. And it does basically escalate from that one goal there, because as you see here, we do win the ball straight off of him from kickoff, and again, just some lovely 1-2 tiki-taka play, passes it through. Konoplyanka finishes that on his right foot. Lovely, really tidy finish from him, making it 3-1. We were 1-0 down, remember, then we did make it 1-1, and then 2-1, then 3-1, and basically, like I literally just said, the floodgates opened from that second goal we scored. And I haven't cut this gameplay because, well, I haven't cut this part because, again, we win the ball off of him. I've sped this part up just a bit because he did win the ball back a couple of times, but tiki-taka play did seem to pick him apart really well. And here we play it down the line to Rodrigo, who does cut back in and pass it across into Konoplyanka, who does then do a McGeady spin and finish that into the back of the net, making it 4-1. And I think it was all scored within about 10 minutes. So really easy game, this first game of this episode. And he does get one goal back near the end of the game, so it wasn't like really a threat. Kind of bit annoying to concede that because it looked like the ball had gone out of play, but Benzema did manage to keep it in. And fair enough, he did put a nice cross in, but I don't know what Navas was doing. But I found Navas quite good. Rodrigo does pick up man of the match with a 9.0 rating. He didn't get one goal, but he did play solid that game. So we do pick up another 3 points in Division 7, meaning we are on 6 points. We only need 14 for promotion and 17 for the title, so 11 points if we really want to get the title, and only 8 points to get the promotion. Now, that is kind of what we're hoping for, promotion or title. We don't really want to get relegated. Now, the next team we do come up against is a really good team. He does have Depay, Rooney, Willian, Jerome at centre mid, but not converted, so that was a bit odd. But then he does have Ozil, Ramsey, Zabaleta, Otamendi, Company, Clichy, and Caballero in goal. Caballero made so many good saves this game when we did manage to break through this guy. And when I saw this team, I was quite worried because of the fact that he did have a solid midfield in terms of Ozil and Ramsey, and it basically was his team played very well. And with divisions, I don't actually think that people are in the same division as you when you get lower down or higher up, whatever way you want to say it. But it didn't feel like this guy, his team anyway, didn't look like he should have been in such like a Division 7. He should have been in the higher one. But as you see here, he did put on a lot of pressure with quite a few corners, which did boost up his shooting stat, because until this point we were kind of dominating the game. But apparently Company has an amazing finish on him when he hits on the volley, and as you saw by the half-time stats there, it does look like we have been dominated the entire game. But it's nothing like that at all when I was playing it. We were controlling the game for like the first 10-20 minutes until he did get that ridiculous amount of pressure putting onto me. So it does make it 1-0. A lovely finish from Rooney there, making it 2-0 for him shortly after half-time, and all from a counter-attack because apparently Rooney's fast, but Sanya isn't the fastest of all players, so I think that's the next person I'm looking to upgrade. We do win the ball back on his attack. He does then make a really silly error with his pass back from his keeper to his defender. I did carry on the run because I was thinking that he was going to do it, and luckily he did, and we do end up chipping the ball because I did press L1 to change the player, but obviously I didn't have to. So we do score, making it 2-1, but that is how the game finished. Howard picking up man of the match. Caballero, I will show you some highlights now to show you some shots that we should have scored, but we didn't because his keeper played out of his skin. And here's one of them. Lovely through ball across to Lukaku. Great save from his keeper. And then this shot here from Iturbe. Usually this goes in. Like, lovely ball from Lukaku. How did he save that? Like, how? It's a ridiculous save. So Unfortunately, we do lose that game, which means that is our 4th loss of the series, meaning we do stay on 6 points. But this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Hit the like button if you did, and hit the like button if you're enjoying the series. If you want to pick up some cheap MSP or PSN codes, do check out the link in the description below. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye.
There's a fire that I won't slay. There's a fire, but no fire brigade. So tonight we are losing this fight. Oh, help our souls tonight. There's no one on our side who's gonna help our souls tonight.